So, I wanted to just share with you the product of my misused time. You see, I've gone off and made myself a tower, just like every other tower everyone has ever built. Only I forewent the ugly cobblestone for a superior block, and developed an affinity for its manufacture, because, well, it needs to be manufactured, and there aren't enough diamonds in 8 times the surface of the earth to harvest this many blocks of obsidian. And while I have a degree of patience, I fall short of what that would require. So let me explain to you my thought process on this. You see, first, I think cobblestone is an absolutely hideous texture, so I could not make it with that. I needed a monster grinder, but I wanted it on a small footprint, because I've seen other people's systems on YouTube, and I wanted one that worked on the grand scale like many of theirs, but I wanted it not to be an eyesore. In fact, I thought, it might be nice to have one that looked almost good. So I just completed this yesterday, and I haven't really done any tests to see how quickly it's able to produce items. I know that I might want to adjust the cactus. I have way too much of it, but everything else is pretty decent. The grinding room has a ceiling made of lava purely for aesthetic purposes, but I've actually made the grinder itself compatible with spiders. I hate spiders. There's actually a cactus in the middle of the thing. The flow into it is 3 wide. I'm not entirely sure what's wrong with the chickens. They should be on fire, but I might fix that later. And I have a little chute here that condenses it into a single flow into the drop room. I have immediately below the drop room a storage room of several chests and an organizational scheme I haven't quite worked out perfectly, but this is where it is at the moment. I'm still looking around to see if there are any better ideas, because I'm not entirely content with this. Anyway, this water ladder over in the corner actually goes all the way up to the top from bedrock. You can actually go to the skybox right from here. I have an opening on the top, so you go to the outside, because I have not started on the top floor. But from here you can get a nice view of the outside. Let's see if we can get a look at the inside. Here's the spawn room. Oh, that's a good sign. Oh, crap. Okay, so let's try this again without the creepers. Yeah. And a couple items in my inventory. But here it is at daytime, because I was silly. Here's the outside. This is the extent of the world that I've actually seen. I haven't left my spawn very much because I haven't had much time to. Let's just jump up to the top here. Behold my tiny spit of land with a giant black obelisk in the middle of everything. Fits in very nicely with the perfectly natural surroundings, but this will all eventually be changed to my whim. Now, to get down, I have made a fall chute. I'm not entirely sure what this is called, but at terminal velocity you impact water and you're still alive. And it comes nicely into the drop room, hidden behind that portal there. See, behind this portal here I have the water ladder, and on this one I have my chute. And here I have my black altar, which is absolutely fantastic, and it goes into what will be the future recreation of the Mines of Moria. Here's one of the spawn rooms. They're all pretty much identical to this one, 3 high, with channels in them, with torches just so the spawning is better. I'm not entirely sure what the logic is, but the spawning algorithm more or less requires it. And then 4 chutes, 3 wide, dropping it into a 3x3 hole. I have a couple more floors I need to finish off. Here's one of the 2 farm animal floors. Chickens from hell spawn right here. More or less the same thing as the monster spawning, except you don't actually need torches beneath them. This one has torches beneath it because I'm silly. This is my automatic cactus harvester. I might want to downsize it because it's a little too efficient for my tastes at the moment. The torches, again, are purely so you can see. Cactus don't actually need light to grow. But I have water in all 4 corners, and water blocks actually halfway through the sides to make it so it goes perfectly into my 3x3 square. And those little blocks up at the top actually offset the cactus when it grows to the second height. And it's not absolutely 100% efficient, but it's more efficient than I actually want it to be at the moment. Let me give you a quick demonstration on how to cast lava. First you choose your space. This is completely the worst space ever. And then you make your outline with dirt. I like dirt because it stays in place and you can take it down really quickly. And then you take your lava and you pour it 1 bucket per square until you get stagnant lava in the form that you want. And then you grab your water that I conveniently forgot purely for the sake of exercise to show you that you need water to do this. And you say goodbye to any candles that you have on the ground, and you have your obsidian. Just dig away the mold that you have created from dirt, and here's your little ring. To create the second level, well, you build it up a single level, and do much more of the same thing. And you do this incrementally until you get to the top. Again, with the lava, you get really good at switching it. Switching. And then water. Yay. And then once you're done with the whole thing, you take out your shovel, you absolutely destroy all the dirt. And now I have a nice little tub of obsidian. Yay. There's a couple things I'd like to leave you with. One is I will admit to having a single mod. One mod. And that mod just makes it significantly easier to harvest obsidian. That is it. And so this casting procedure that I showed you is what I did until about when I broke ground. Then from then on I'd just go over to the nether with a couple buckets of water and make a sea of obsidian, and then return home with several stacks. In order to do this whole casting method, it would take you something like 12 8-hour days in order to finish it. Which probably tells you how much time I still spent on it. It's just the mod really was necessary. You can say I cheated. Cheating's for people who don't want a sense of accomplishment, and I have a sense of accomplishment, so whatever. If there's an interest, I will publish this world file. I want to tinker with it first, because I'm not really quite finished with it. But I will tinker with it, and if you guys want, I'll upload it on Mediafire. The other thing is, once I finish the grinder here, I'll get all the information necessary from it, and give you a step-by-step procedure on how to make it. I can also make another tutorial about how to create those spawning rooms in the quickest way I've discovered how to make them. And if you want, I'll also show you how to make that 3x3 hole work for the cactus farm. Other than that, that's you. This is Heterodoxy, and I'm signing off.